Hello everyone, 𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘪 here, aka Icon7, and today I'm gonna show you guys a tutorial slash guide on how to loop in Dead by Daylight. Now, what I will be mentioning in this video is how to loop effectively slash efficiently, how to loop shack, how to loop the TNL wall, how to loop regular tiles or loops, and how to loop long wall jungle gyms. Also, the reason why I put part 1 is because if I put all the tiles and loops in one video, the video will probably be 1 hour long. So that's why I'm also working on a part 2, so don't worry about that. And what I also want to mention is, it doesn't matter if you are on a PS4, PS5 or Xbox controller or even mouse and keyboard. This video is made for everyone that is trying to improve his looping skills. And yeah guys, with all of that being said, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, please do consider it. I would really appreciate it. So without any more delay, let's get straight into the tutorial. Now, to begin with, it's very important that you know how to loop very tightly. This is like the basic on how to loop. Now, it's important that when you're looping a tile, you're always hugging the wall. And if you hug the wall, you will always get the most out of every loop. As you can see right here, I'm getting chased by this 𝘰𝘪𝘴, but it takes him so long to catch up to me because I'm always hugging the wall and I'm looping this tile very efficiently. Prevent loose looping. Loose looping is looping without hugging the wall. And if you do so, the killer will catch up way quicker and you will get hit or eventually get downed. One way to practice this is by going into a KO friends and try and look for a loop and hug it as tightly when you are looping it. As you can see right here, I'm on controller, but it works smooth as butter. Now for shack, you can loop shack in a lot of different ways. As you can see right here, the first variation is probably the most common variation, and that is looping the window until it blocks 3 times. As you can see, for those who don't know, if you're getting chased and you're vaulting a window 3 times, it gets blocked by the entity. And this is probably the most common and most used way on how to loop shack, as you can see right here. But always pay attention on the red stain, and I will come back to this right now. As you can see, always pay attention to the red light, and that is very important because you need to know if the killer is actually committing to the chase or he will double back. Now as you can see right here, I'm getting chased by this 𝘰𝘪𝘴, but always look behind you. As you can see, he did not commit to the chase and he went back to the window. And if I vaulted the window, then I would have gotten hit, but I did not vault the window. I was looking behind me, I was paying attention at the red light, and because of that, I did not get hit and I just went around. Now, looping from the outside is also an option you can do, and that is by paying attention at the red stain. If you're getting looped by the outside, you can always take the window from the outside, as you can see, like this. Keep in mind, you can only vault the window 3 times before the entity blocks it. Now, you can also bait the window vault from the outside, and that is by going very widely, so the killer can see you are going very widely, and you can try and bait the window. Now, what I did here is I went very wide, showing at the killer that I'm going very wide, that I'm taking the window, but then at the end I baited the window. Now you can also bait the window from the inside, as you can see right here, baiting it and then actually taking the window. Now, when you're getting chased, you can also like bait the window from the inside and then actually take it, or you can just bait the window from the inside and then keep running. As you can see right here, I'm gonna bait it again, but this time I'm not taking the window and I'm just going around. Now, this is a little bit more of a advanced way where a killer will hide his red stain but then actually commit to the chase. Now as you can see right here, I'm getting chased by this 𝘰𝘪𝘴. He will hide the red stain thinking he's gone, but then he came back. Now this will not always happen. It only happens when you're facing a very good killer, where they will show the red stain and then hide it and then actually come back. So always pay attention at the red light, guys. Now you can also look at the inside from the shack by looking through the holes inside the shack, as you can see right here. Now as you can see, I see that he's not inside the shack. That means he's looping me around the shack. So he's not inside, giving me a lot of information. I know I saw him right there. He's not inside of the shack, so he's looping it around. Now for the TNL wall. Now there is also a lot of ways on how to loop the TNL wall. Now Looping it clockwise till the windows are blocked is probably the most efficient and effective way, but not every killer will let you loop it in that way. So even if the killer has Bloodlust 3, he will not be able to get a hit on you. As you can see right here, you can loop this infinitely until the 2 windows get blocked. What a killer will do to prevent this from happening, and that is they will try and loop you counterclockwise, as you can see right here. If the killer does so, that means you have to pay more attention to the red light, and there is a lot more mind games going on. Now, if you find yourself in a position like this, then sometimes you will have a 50-50 situation. If you don't know what a 50-50 situation is, and that is by when do I need to bait a window. Now, as you can see right here, before vaulting the window, I was showing myself to the killer going for the window. So I was kind of baiting it that I'm going to go for the window, but I did not go for the window. As you can see right here, I'm showing myself and I'm not taking the window. But this is a 50-50 situation. This will not always work. Sometimes what will happen is this. So I'm taking the window, I'm going around, I'm taking the window again, but the killer moonwalked back and he can get a free hit on me. So it's more of a guessing game. Of course, the T-wall is not the safest loop, but as you can see right here, I'm taking this window, I'm going around. I didn't really pay attention at the red light, so he moonwalked. There you go, the red light is gone from there. That means he's moonwalking back and he's gonna get a free hit on me if he's fast enough. So the distance between you and the killer is very close, and you can get a hit on you, or he can eventually down you. Now, what you can also do, something funny you can do with the T-wall, and this works on not all killers, but you can take the window from the outside and baiting them into a window tech. Now, as you can see right here, I'm getting chased by this Billy, and I vaulted the window the first time. This time I did not vault it and he actually swung, and that is because I vaulted it the first time and he thought I was gonna vault it the second time, but I did not. What every map has as well, and that is regular loops or tiles. Now these loops can be safe or they can be unsafe, or in this case they can have a safe side or they can have a unsafe side. Now as you can see right here, I'm looping this Billy on the safe side of this pallet, and if you haven't noticed yet, this pallet also has a unsafe side, and that is the side that you should prevent for looping. Now always keep in mind to loop a killer on the safe side, hug the wall as tightly as possible to get the most out of every loop. Now this is what happens when you loop a killer on the unsafe side. A little bit of mind game and you can get hit. Keep in mind that if you get hit on a pallet, the best thing to do is, after getting hit by a killer, is to take distance and go for another pallet. Now for the long wall jungle gym. For those who don't know what a jungle gym is a tile that has a pallet and a window. Now in this case, for the long wall, the window is positioned in the middle. And the best way to loop a long wall jungle gym is by vaulting the window as much as you can. As you can see right here, I vaulted the window, I baited going the left side, but then I actually went the other direction. The killer took the window, but it was already too late because I have enough distance to make it to the pallet. And keep in mind guys, always hug the wall as tight as possible. Now, most killers will know about the window and they will try and push you and loop you from the other direction. It's not as effective, but it is still good for looping as long as you hug the wall. As you can see right here, I did not hug the wall, I didn't loop it very tightly, I was looping it very loose, and because I was looping it very loose, I got hit. So keep in mind, always hug the wall and loop tightly. Now you can also loop this in a different way. As you can see right here, I vaulted the window, now the killer thinks I'm gonna go for the pallet, but I'm gonna bait it and I'm gonna flick for the window, as you can see right here. Now usually the killer will hesitate and just swing, but as you can see, I baited going for the pallet and then I went for the window. Now I'm continuing this loop, as you can see right here. Always look behind you at the red light, always pay attention. As you can see, I see he's not moonwalking back and I can take this window very safely. Now right here I can go for the pallet, but I see that the window is not blocked yet, so why should I go for the pallet? I can take the window one more time. There you go. The entity blocks the window because I vaulted it 3 times. I can still loop it one more time, but I want to play it safe, and there you go. I dropped the pallet and I got the most out of this loop. So yeah, that's pretty much it for part 1. I'm currently still working on a part 2 because I feel like there is still so many things I can cover up. And with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching guys, and see you in the next video. Take care.